Good evening, everyone. It is so good to be with all of you. We have tonight, Larry, hundreds that are already dialing in. I know that we have a lot more that are coming on. Numbers going up right now. This is actually an exciting day around here. So I know that we're doing our takeover call, announcing the new cities. Many of you saw the newsletter, the scoop that went out. That gave you an update on what those cities are. But this day as well is to talk about what's happening related to the $39 promotion, and it is crazy. If many of you have seen some of the enrollment numbers and what the enrollment number was, the member number was a couple of days ago and what it is today, and see the thousands upon thousands of new members who have joined Solavei in the last couple of days, exciting, literally hour by hour. Just to let all of you know, this will be today the largest day of enrollment of 2013. And it is so perfect to see how many new members that we have with Solavei going into our one-year celebration on September 21st, which we'll talk about here in a few moments as well. It's good to be with all of you here tonight across the United States, there and across Puerto Rico. And for us to talk tonight about what we have happening with the takeover. And this is, in fact, the last takeover webinar that we'll be doing, being that we had purpose at the beginning of this, when we started this back in the early part of summer, to take over 26 major cities across the United States. And to say that it's been a success is an understatement. To see now across this country, the United States, in these 26 cities, which soon to be 26 cities, with the ones that we're going to be focusing in on here in the next several weeks, where if you're in that city, it might have been one imprint, it may have been 10, it may have been hundreds of imprints of Solavei being seen by individuals there in the city, all because of you, our Solavei members, who have made the decision to make the brand of Solavei come alive across the United States. And when I go back and to think about how this all started, and a lot of this actually was about the September 21st all-in bash that's happening, but really more importantly, when you think about why we're doing this, it's all about doing the exact same thing some of the largest brands across the United States do when they go into a market. And you can just pick whether you're talking about technology companies or telecommunication companies or primary goods and services or packaged goods products that go into a market. It's all about, in that market, making that brand come to life. And I'll just use telecommunications. I think it's a great example. That let's say that AT&T or T-Mobile, Verizon, or Sprint had not been in a city, but one day they make a decision, we're going into that market. They put up towers. They go and find their retail locations. They train their people. They start doing marketing and advertising. And what happens a month, 2 and 3 months later, they've done enough in that market where they start getting foot traffic into those retail stores. Well, you know what? We are doing the exact same thing. And I'm just going to give you an example of how this has worked. So you think back to the very first city that we did, the Tulsa Takeover. I won't ever forget that, Tulsa Takeover, where in that city there's approximately 150 retail locations for AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and Sprint. But do you realize now over 10,000 members are there in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Do you realize the voice that's been created? And when I go back to Tulsa and I'm driving through the city, it is now where I see something about Solavei in that city when I go back and visit. And I keep hearing the stories over and over again with family and friends that I have there in that city that now know who Solavei is, all because of our members made a decision for a 30-day period. Not only the time, obviously, that many of them have been involved with Solavei over the course of the last 11 months, but during this 30-day period, they elevated the noise where everyone in that city knew about who Solavei was. And now to see the number of new members, in fact, today, that are enrolling, it has become so much easier for a member to enroll a new member because of what those who are involved with the Tulsa Takeover did to expose the brand of Solavei. And so I want to say thank you to each one of you across this country that's been a part of your city takeover and what you've done to make Solavei the loudest brand in the marketplace today, and seeing some of the most latest statistics of J.D. Power showing over 1 billion impressions with Solavei. That's all because of you. That's without us ever having a television commercial or a radio spot. This is all because of you, our members, who every single day talk about Solavei, and online and socially. And so this takeover and these last remaining cities we have with the takeovers is all about you elevating you in the marketplace. And here, this is all about us creating a significant presence in your city. And with that, the objective is where in the course of the next 30 days, where in your city, you see Solavei. Whether it's on the corner, whether it's in a car, whether it's by your committing to every single day wear something Solavei, making Solavei be an imprint in somebody's mind. You may ask the question, why do the large brands spend what they spend to get their brand out there? Well, they do it over and over and over again. So when you end up making a decision, let's just say it's Goodyear. Why does Goodyear continue to advertise tires? People aren't buying tires every day for their cars. Probably only one car, or two cars, or three cars, so they're not buying new tires every day. But why they do it is so when you actually need tires and you're going into the tire store to get new tires and you have a choice between Michelin and Goodyear, you choose Goodyear because you kept seeing that brand, and there's a brand affinity there, so you made the decision. The same thing happens with Solavei's mobile services today, is when that person, your friend, now has to make a decision between mobile operator X and Solavei, they choose Solavei because they kept seeing it over and over again. And that's one of the reasons why we get such a laser-like focus during the course of this takeover process. This is an all-out blitz between September the 1st and September the 30th, where we're painting your city purple. And seeing how much purple is out there now across the United States is exciting to see the brand and how it's created such an expression in cities across the country. And so this is all about massive, massive momentum. And this is all about a combined focus of all of our members there in your city to where everyone that's associated with the brand and those who come in to Solavei as members actually benefit because of what you did and really taking the vision of this company, which is to positively impact millions of people's lives, and it becoming a movement in your city to where, because of you and your effort, years from now, people are going to still be receiving the benefit because of your efforts. And so this city takeover has been all across the United States. You can see there in front of you, everywhere from Seattle to New Jersey to down in Miami to across to Fresno, Modesto, California, all across the United States. But the cities we're launching right now, the last wave of our city takeovers is San Francisco, California, Las Vegas, Nevada, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, San Antonio, Texas. And real shout out to San Antonio. I know I've been seeing all this talk about the All-In Bash party that's going to be there, just as I've heard from so many other cities. Atlanta, Georgia, Boston, Massachusetts, and Indianapolis, Indiana are the cities we are focusing in on here in the month of September. All of you are the ones that's going to elevate. And I also want to point out, because I happen to be getting on a flight tomorrow night to San Juan, Puerto Rico, is the last of the cities in the city takeover. And I'm going to be there in San Juan, Puerto Rico on Thursday night, and I cannot wait to be there live with all of you. And we are going to make it loud. We're going to let everyone know there in San Juan, there in Puerto Rico, know that Solavei's here. And that city, that island is going to be loud, and it is going to be purple by the time we're done with this. And so part of this is now about focus. So some of the things that we're focusing on is driving. You driving the brand. And I'm sure all of you seen across Facebook, from the Hummers to the F-350s to the cars that are being wrapped, to planes being wrapped, to dragsters being wrapped, to bicycles being wrapped. This is about you now driving it. You being the brand and driving the brand. And there are so many testimonials, one after another, where our members who have got their cars wrapped, where now their car is paying them because members actually signing up because they saw one of our members' cars were wrapped. There's great stories that are out there, and we want to be a part of helping you do that. And you can see some of the examples that we have right in front of you on the screen. And if those of you are just listening to this tonight audibly, you can go back and see the replay of this. You can see some of the examples that are out there today. But we also want to be a part of you helping you brand your vehicle, because you become the driving billboard to Solavei. So during the course of this Blitz month for you and those cities that we're launching tonight, if you get one trio in a week, you're going to qualify to get $75 back on your back window wrap. If you get a partial 2-side wrap, you're gonna get $250 back if you get 2 trios in a week. Go and get 3 trios in the course of the week, and you're going to get $500 back toward your wrap. We want to be a part. We want to be investing in you to help you actually grow your Solavei business. Also, this is about wearing it. You wearing the brand, and I always say you wear the brand, you carry the brand, you speak to the brand all the time. We're going to make sure that all of you this month get 10% off of anything you get from the Solavei Gear store, so solaveigear.com. Anything you actually buy this month, whether it be the cup, whether it be the shirt, whatever it may be, you're going to get 10% off of that, and you wearing the brand every single day. The next thing is you sharing it, both online and face-to-face. Everywhere you go this month, purpose to share Solavei with people to your left, to your right. I love, in fact, I used the example today of, my son Brennan, 9 years old, has the simple questions that when he runs into people, it's, do you have a mobile phone? Answer is obviously yes. How much do you pay monthly? It's usually more than $60, $70, or $80 a month. Who's your mobile operator? They say, well, how would you like to get that for $49 a month, unlimited text, data, voice, 4G nationwide? Do you mind if I send you a 3 to 5 minute video that'll tell you about one of the fastest growing companies in the United States and now have hundreds of thousands of members in just its first year that are all part of Solavei? Can I have your email address? Sharing it wherever you go. Getting contact cards, your website templates, your social videos, using every one of the assets that we put in front of you to leave it wherever you go, to share it with everyone you come in contact with. That's you hosting your own Solavei socials this month, getting people around it, whether it's at your office, whether it's at a coffee shop, whether it's at your home, sharing Solavei, doing a social. And we've got very specific socials for your city that we've already done that you're able to use, that's directed toward your city, that it's customized for you to be able to use, that I've recorded with the team here specific to your city, so you can see a great impact and have another tool to be able to share it with other individuals. The next thing we've done is we've got a high degree of focus in your city this month, both socially and media, as well as in our PR efforts, where we are directing our attention this month on your cities with the local press, as well as social media, because right now there's thousands upon thousands of people that have never heard about Solavei. And that's where now we're actually sponsoring keywords that when people actually see Solavei that happen to be in your city on Facebook, they're now going to start seeing the brand of Solavei out there to help with your efforts as you're talking to people. They say, you know what, I just saw Solavei yesterday. That's interesting that you're talking to me about it today. Obviously, with $39 special promotion that we had in place, it has been crazy what we've seen the last several weeks, where our members have been able to have something to be able to use, to entice, to be able to share something of great value, great service to get your friends, your family involved with Solavei. All this is about living it. Every single day, living the brand. Being the brand every single day, and sharing it with everyone you know. We've put tools over the course of the next 30 days right in the palm of your hands. Our rally call every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll be able to dial, and we're going to give you key updates and key focus. And what I encourage you to do is every new member that you happen to have come into Solavei in the course of September, have them get plugged into this, because this is now where they're going to be a part of what we're doing. And the same things you're hearing tonight, those new members are going to be able to be plugged into this activity and the excitement that's actually going to continue to build through the month of September. We have a key website and leaderboard at connect.solavei.com/city-takeover, and this is the website that you want to make sure you link this. You actually got it on your desktop, because through the course of the month, every bit of information you need, you will find right there. Go to connect.solavei.com/city-takeover. And when you go there, register for the daily emails. They're going to be simple little 5-minute action items. I talk about success as not something that happens overnight. It's something that happens after day after day after day of building towards success. I'm a runner. I didn't just go out one day and run a marathon. I had to train day after day after day, and You think about the people who have created great success in Solavei that now have thousands upon thousands of members in their networks is because they had simple activities they did day after day after day. And what this is going to be is you're going to get a simple reminder and to give you 5 minutes worth of actions to do during that day. That should take you no more than 5 minutes. And if you do those every day through the months of September, you're going to have success in building your Solavei business. Next is getting your car wrapped. Purpose to get a trio in a week, and let us help you get that car wrapped so you can see that car actually helping grow your Solavei business. As well, host a Solavei social there in your area this month. Get wrapped yourself. Wear the brand. Go to solaveigear.com. Put your order in. We've got members that literally they got a whole corner of their closet that is now purple because they made a decision to wear and be the brand every single day at Solavei. Solavei Gear can get you outfitted for that. And then invite all the members that you have in your local area to actually be a part of your private Facebook group for your city, so we can be very specific with the information that's being brought to you. Get your trio this week, and we're going to send you a free get in, get social, and get free T-shirt if you get a trio this week or any week during the course of September. And all of this is building toward a huge, huge, huge event that's going to happen on September 21st. In fact, I was in meetings today listening to the team talk about the things that are in store for that night. We have just gotten a barrage today of more cities and more bashes that are going to be taking place across the country. That's going to be tying into us live. As many of you know, that our Solavei Bash, All-In Bash, is going to be here on 21st of September. We've invited our thousandaires from across the country. We have hundreds upon hundreds of people that are going to be in attendance with us here, our thousandaires and above. But what's happening is across the country, and the objective for the city takeovers is that these 26 cities would have anywhere between 200 and 600 members in attendance, or even prospects in attendance in your area, in your city, live, doing your own Solavei Bash, tying into the live broadcast. And we're, in fact, today the team was talking about we're going to be tying in live to some of the bashes across the country. So we're going to be experiencing what you got happening in your home, in your community center and churches. We got some restaurants that they're packing out. They're saying they're going to have over 500 people packed into restaurants. It is going to be an exciting time. You having your bash, us having the bash here, us being live together, you experiencing everything that's happening here in Seattle. I can almost guarantee this. If you have somebody there at that event that happens to be a friend, a family, a member that ties into that, or somebody who's seeing for the first time, they're going to leave there ignited with excitement about what Solavei is, and that they're here with Solavei, frankly, at the very beginning. I mean, just think about it. We are less than a year old. I mean, I can't even imagine to think back where we were this time last year, hadn't even launched yet, and to think right now, hundreds of thousands of people have enrolled with Solavei, and how many people today? Thousands of people today enrolling into Solavei, and just think that all started at an event last year, September 21st. And look what's happened to today. And just imagine, September 21st, latter part of this month, we're starting. Our starting gate happens to be hundreds of thousands of people, not a few. What's it going to be a year from now? What is your network going to look like because you were there on September 21st, your All-In Bash that you have happening in your local area? So I encourage you, if you haven't booked it yet, book it. Larry, what is the site that everyone goes to actually update whether they're doing a bash or not?
Just go to events. They can email us at events@solavei.com.
Okay, events@solavei.com. You can actually email us.
Or they can go to connect.solavei.com, the website.
Or you can go to connect.solavei.com, the website.
And just click on All-In Bash.
And click on All-In Bash, and everything will be there. We want to know if you're doing it. In fact, we've got some really cool stuff that's going to happen during the course of the All-In Bash in Seattle as we interact live with some of the bashes across the country. Really want to know if you're going to be doing it. And I just love seeing the updates across Facebook right now of people talking about their bash, sharing that they've got 250 tickets that are available to allow people to come to their event. Got some people homes. They're talking about this as they said theirs is going to be. I loved one yesterday was. My All-In Bash is going to be bigger than any Super Bowl party they've ever done. I love this excitement that's building across the country right now. We are going to have a ball on September 21st. It's going to be an amazing night. You will never forget it. I want to thank all of you for being a part of this tonight, being a part of Solavei. And as we build the momentum toward September 21st, this month of September is incredibly special. And it is so perfect for each one of you that are actually, we're launching your city tonight, your city takeover tonight. Couldn't be better timing to see how it's culminating at a time with our 1-year anniversary with our All-In Bash here in Seattle and across the United States. Have a great night. So much is happening this month. We got, I know, just a few hours left on the $39 promotion that's going on right now. Take full advantage of it. Have a lot of fun. This is going to be an incredible month. God bless.